Hey, it's Ray's Radio, and I want to share with you today a piece that I wrote way back in 2018 about being a liberated eater. That's a hard blog post to sell. It's not clickbaity. It doesn't, right? It's artsy. It does have some really practical advice in it. 7 ways to have balance and become a liberated eater. Our ancestors would have to work to eat. They had to survive. They hunted, foraged, or grew the food themselves to buy or barter from another farmer in order to eat that day. Slow food. It was a whole day's trip for most farmers to pack the family into the wagon to the store, usually once a week to stock up on necessities they couldn't get from the land or neighbors. Back in those days, eating at home is the only way to survive. There was no other option. There was no 24-hour convenience store or grocery store open at 11 p.m. It simply didn't exist. So putting yourself there mentally and grasping this reality will help all my food conversations make a whole lot more sense. As the normalcy of eating outside the home grew and time kept slipping away with that little thing called the Industrial Food Revolution, according to Mark Hyman, the slow, insidious displacement of home-cooked, shared family meals by the industrial food system has fattened our nation and weakened our family ties. Most family meals happen about 3 times a week, last less than 20 minutes, and are spent watching television or texting while each family member eats a different microwaved food. More meals are eaten in the minivan than the kitchen. Okay, so things are getting ugly. We are also losing ingredients themselves through industrialization of our food, biodiversity of crops, herbicide and pesticide-laden farms, toxic water systems, overharvesting of our rainforests, and commercializing of animals. There's a lot to stand up to when it comes to the safety and protection of those who can't speak for themselves. Our life-giving food. It's become a bit of a war. It's kind of ugly. But it wasn't always like this, so how did we get here? Okay, before you get nutritionally liberated, you must know, after the world wars and the movement to feed the world, they drastically changed the way humans ate. They created an abundance of food-like substances with excess calories and staggering increased food waste, which further escalated problems like the big guys getting their hands on food processing factories. This is the machine. You can shake the hand that feeds you. You can't shake the hand of the machine that feeds you. Machines don't feed and nourish, they just repeat and do, and they do on a huge scale. So much of the food products we have now include ingredients that were not even touched by human hands all along the way. Picked, moved, transported, processed, all by machinery. This is our reality now. So what can we do? Other than running away from the machine to go live on an organic farm and live off the land, my gosh, if you have the opportunity, lucky, we can do our best with where we're at right now today and not waste our energy getting angry. It's the system. And we can't actually be angry at the machine we were brought into. Fighting for peace is like jumping into the lake to dry off. So what does this look like? It has to have some balance. And to me, that balance looks like becoming a liberated eater. So here's the 7 ways to become a liberated eater like you've been craving. Number 1, be here now. Get conscious. Rewiring your brain from decades of a diet culture mindset takes time. It's not going to happen overnight, so begin the work to untrain your brain to think in terms of calories, good and bad, or the punishment and reward system. It's no longer real or valid, and it doesn't work for your long-term stress management or weight loss. Get out of diet culture. It's a distraction. Number 2, eat stress-free. Enjoy stress-free without guilt, especially if you're at parties or holidays. Eating mindfully and without stress and guilt is much more difficult for most of us, with the heavy chains of diet culture tied to beliefs stuck in our minds. While your own mindset about this is important, it's also respectful to keep in mind that at parties, most folks are typically focused on the quantity of food in order to feed everyone, and not necessarily the quality of food. So while some of the foods at holidays or parties may go against your personal philosophies, like meat or dairy or highly processed, etc., There's no reason to judge the host. Just smile and be grateful for the abundance of food, whether or not you're eating it, even though it's thanks to the machine. Number 3, do no harm, but take no shit. The fastest way to become liberated eater is to stop allowing people to make you feel bad about a choice you made. Stop giving them your power. And the great thing about liberating yourself is that once you do it, you automatically liberate others. Like in 2018 when I just stopped wearing bras. When someone sees that their opinion doesn't skew you, throw you off, or bother you, they'll question that. And you've planted the seed that they can have that freedom too, to remove stress from their life about food. This is a new reality you've created for yourself, and you don't need to take external opinions to heart if they don't fit right for you. If someone does choose to take time out of their day to chastise you for a diet choice you've made, you have the right to stand up for yourself, or just walk away. You don't need to take someone else's guilt or anger because of a personal dietary choice you have. Number 4, choose based on feeling, not being. You can choose your food based on what feels good to you rather than what the diet is or what it's supposed to do for you. You aren't good or bad based on your diet. For example, I was good today because I ate salad, or I was bad today because I ate a candy. Foods you choose don't define your being. It doesn't define who you are that day. It can identify you, show what you believe in. You can use it as a tool or therapy or vote with your fork or where you're at in life. And in some ways we can ego identify with it, but it doesn't identify your being as a person, good or bad. Consciousness over calories requires you to take more responsibility than just thinking about calories in, calories out. It requires a new consciousness, paying attention, tuning into your body, knowing your cravings, your needs, your habits, and understanding how food and drink make you feel during and after, mentally and physically. Choose based on feeling, not external demands. Number 5, hold space, not shame. The best thing we can do in a culture that perpetuates mainstream dieting from generation to generation is to hold space for our friends who are there. Don't agree with them, but don't disagree with them. Just listen. One of the most powerful things we can do for people who need an ear when they are talking about food is to just listen. Really listen. That way we don't add to the conversation and perpetuate the diet cycles. But we also don't want to shame people who are there either. Supporting and motivating each other should come before our need to be right. While everyone's on their own journey with their diet, learning to hold space for people where they are at is one of the most loving things we can do. There is no better when it comes to nutrition. There can be feeling better once you have more energy with cleaner eating and more plants in your diet, but there is no better person. People are allowed to try things on, see how it feels, see if they can incorporate it, if it works for their body. And if it doesn't, fair. You can eat 20% whatever the hell you want and 80% vegan. And if you're still feeling good and making change, you are doing it right. If you've never gone vegan, you can still be doing it right. Number 6, liberation kickoff party. Eat in a restaurant alone. Sure, you can choose a healthy restaurant that aligns with your nutrition philosophy or preference, but the point of becoming liberated is to choose differently. And it's so powerful to enter, sit, and eat alone in a restaurant. It's a practice I've gotten clients to do, and trust me, magical things happen. While most, not all, foods from restaurant are from the huge corporate system, you're already in the machine. Why not enjoy it by being waited on while you exercise the practice of standing on your own 2 feet and subject yourself to discomfort in order for growth? While eating alone in a restaurant may not seem like much of a powerful thing at all, most people when I talk about this would say, I could never do that. And that's because it is a big deal and a bold, powerful move to stand in your power, choose something, and then eat it alone. By the way, this means no cell phones. Try it. Number 7, in addition to food, make small efforts elsewhere. Minimalism, clean beauty, slow fashion, slow marketing, community gardening, guerrilla gardening, art. Something, make a change. It just takes awareness to see if it's an issue in your life and to recognize that there is room and time to do something about it because life is about priorities. So make a choice and make a difference. Can we be free in our cage? While some of these may come off as in defense of the machine, they are simply observations of the truth. We can do all we can to not feed the machine, yet still be part of it. The point is to make it irrelevant as possible. So start small. Small choices make a difference. Buying from a local farmer or organic food from the farmer's market, even once a month, if that's all you can do, taking that small step is better than not. Liberation is freedom. And while we can't always be free in the cage that's been built for us, the system we were born into, we can still have freedom in our mind. So do what you can to fight the system peacefully, and when you can't, just relax. That's all any of us can do.